Hi, welcome back to the second part of the MJ show with Shweta Pandit. If you missed out the first part, please go and check it out. You'll get to know how she got into the music industry, and believe it or not, in like the first entire part, we've just covered the first 12 years of her life. So there's so much more to do right now. Alright, so we begin after Mohabbatein.
Yeah.
And there have been like literally like dozens of films that you've sung for post that. So if I have to ask you post Mohabbatein till right now, some of what you would consider the landmark films that you've sung for, what would they be?
There are quite a few actually. Just after Mohabbatein, I got my first call from Shankar Ehsaan Loy and they made me sing Ishq Khudayi Rab Ne Banai.
Okay.
There was Nayi Padosan ka title song which I really like, Sari Sari Rehna. There was Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna ka English version, Farewell Trance, which I'd sung for them. And a little bit in Kal Ho Na Ho, one of the songs in the film, which is not on the CD.
Okay.
Then after that there was Ramu sir, who really loved my work in Nach. So I sang a whole lot of songs for his films like Sarkar Raj, I can't even remember all of them, but Satya, James, the new Satya 2 that's coming right now, and a lot of his songs in Telugu. So he was the first person to introduce me in the Telugu space, music industry as well.
Correct.
And that's when I started enjoying singing in other languages. I sang a lot of songs in Telugu. I won my first Filmfare Award for a Telugu song in 2009.
What was the film?
It was called Kotta Bangaru Lokam.
And what was the song called?
It was called Nenani Nivani. Don't ask me to sing it.
Okay, I won't ask you to sing it, but what we can do is...
Yeah, you can get the
link
links.
to that.
Yes.
Say the song again.
It's called Nenani Nivani.
Okay, so that song, the video link, I'm going to get my crew to figure it out where that video can be found, and you'll see it in the info section here. Guaranteed it's there on YouTube. So check out that song, Nenani Nivani from
Kotta Bangaru Lokam.
Yeah, okay, we'll figure it out. You are going to get
But it's definitely a song that everyone should hear if they want to listen to my music, because that's really good music.
Great. So that song's definitely going to be there in the info section, and here's an annotation for that as well. Okay, so continue.
After that there was Neela Nikki with Salim Suleiman. I sang all the songs in the film. Hallare was a huge hit.
Yeah. Neela Nikki also had some really popular
very
songs
good songs
back then.
Yes. I think it was one of the most coolest and most
a different sound,
wildest and very forward music for 2005.
Correct.
It just instantly caught on with the youth.
Correct.
And that really got me a lot of recognition for singing differently, because what I'd sung in Nach and Mohabbatein was so romantic and so very, very typical playback singer.
Right.
Neela Nikki was very different. It was like breaking mold.
Any song in that kind of stays with you even now?
Definitely Hallare. Na पैरों में पायल ना हाथों में कंगना चली मैं चली हो रा आँखों में काजल माथे पे बिंदिया दीवारे की ढूंढूं गली. Whoa, I wanna show my body, move the night away. हो चाहे बस चाहे ये दिल भर को पाना रे. हल्लारे 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 हल्लारे.
Awesome stuff. I'm sure you guys remember that song. Another video I'm going to give you a chance to see, because it's a song that she likes very much. I like it too. Great video in the info section here. Okay, so Neela Nikki के बाद क्या हुआ?
Neela Nikki के बाद, of course, one of my career's biggest hits was You're My Love from Partner. And that was with Sajid Wajid.
Right.
I had a great time singing that. बहुत मस्ती की उस recording में. There was Welcome with Anand Raja Anand ji. Tera Sarapa was a huge hit. Kiya kya kiya re sanam. That was a huge hit.
Yeah.
There was
a bit of the Partner ka song also. I want to hear a bit of that.
You're my love, जाने जा you're my love. देखा मैंने देखा जब से तुझको देखा, कुछ भी ना सोचा ना समझा, दिल दे दिया रे, हो गया.
So cool. Can you know what, this is the coolest thing about this show right now that I'm enjoying is you get to hear some of your favorite songs across the years from the singers themselves, and I'm going to give you a chance to sort of revisit all of these songs. Actually, you should just look at all the films that she's sung for and all the beautiful songs that she's done, and do one entire day of just Shweta Pandit discovery on YouTube. Just search for all of her songs.
There should be a discovery, because everyone keeps telling me that tumne gaana gaya.
This is the problem. This is the problem.
I can't. I'm like, कब से गा रही हूँ यार मैं? I mean, come on now. Don't tell me तुमने गाया, because it's been years. Like, people have even forgotten the song.
Yeah. So but that's the thing. I think most people remember the songs by what happens on screen.
Right.
As in who was the actor, who was the actress. So you'd remember a song like as a Salman Khan song, or as a Shah Rukh Khan song, or as a Madhuri Dixit song. And very often people who sung it. Right. Sometimes I forgot, and it's not just say for you. I mean, even some of the like people who've been singing for like 30, 40 years, 50 years, people don't remember who sung the song originally. I mean, because the song becomes such a massive thing.
Also, sometimes. I think very few singers are spot on in getting the kind of recognition that a song gets.
Correct.
Because most of the times, the biggest songs are the songs which have the biggest stars, or it's in a huge, massive, big hit film.
Correct.
Then everything else takes over. Everything else gets sidelined. अच्छा ये पता नहीं किसने गाया, but गाना बहुत बड़ा hit है.
Correct. Correct.
But only few singers get noticed with one song.
Right.
So it's just
no, but
happens.
I've got to say this to you that I've loved. The songs that you've done. I've heard some of your independent material as well. I think it's amazing, and it's you're in a grander scheme of things, you're still a kid. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Can you believe it? She's been singing for 25 years almost, and I'm getting to tell her, well, not 25, around there, 2.5 decades almost, and she's still just sort of a young person in the industry. And I'm sure by the time you are ready to say
I haven't grown up at all, because in a lot of ways I say that I've grown up in the industry, and then I say I don't think I've grown up at all, because I'm still doing what I used to do so many years ago,
and you get to do what you love.
And I love doing it.
Exactly. So that keeps you young.
Yeah, I've never felt that I've aged, or now it's been so many years. It's just by the year that's given on a
on a
like
website
history,
or whatever. When you look at it, then you realize
it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been that long.
That's when it strikes me. Otherwise, it's like I just feel exactly the same way I used to feel when I did Mohabbatein.
But you know what? This is great advice for people in general, because when you're doing something you really, really love, you don't realize time passing by and you don't feel old. Like, I mean, I know exactly what you mean, because 9 years ago when I started off in the business, I was doing what I love, and I'm still doing it now. And it doesn't feel like 9 years have passed. When I think about like some of the guests who've come on the show, and I tell them, man, we met on my show 8 years ago, and 8 years feels like a long time, but also feels like shit, man, we just met like yesterday and we were talking about stuff. So yeah, I mean, even for me as a singer, though I've sung like 5 songs and you've sung 500, it feels so great. It feels incredible that, we get to do what we love, and we got to share that with people, and people love you for what you're doing, which is fantastic.
I just feel the same amount of love wherever I go. Like even now when I travel with Rahman sir for his concerts, we travel to all parts of the world. People come up and tell me, आपने वो गाना उस फिल्म में गाया, हम रोज सुबह उठ के सुनते हैं, आपका ये डिवोशनल एल्बम हम सुबह सुनते हैं, आपका ये गाना हम and I'm like, आपको इतना पुराना गाना कैसे याद है? Because a lot of people don't know me by face.
Correct.
They know me by name probably, or they know my songs.
Yeah.
But when they used to come and tell me that, I used to be so thankful.
Yeah.
Because they kind of make it a point to come and tell me. The adulation means a lot.
Correct.
I'd like to tell you all that really, really means a lot. Thank you.
Yes, I honestly, very, very frankly, the one thing that any of us, if any singer tells you that, no, I'm just doing it for myself and I don't care about the praise, that's bullshit. Saying it right here on the show.
No, I think for a singer, the most important thing is encouragement.
Encouragement, and that happens when people, all of you, tell singers, that, this, yes, we love what you do. And trust me when I say this, no matter how big a singer gets, every compliment they get, every compliment we get means the world to us. So please keep your love and affection and your support going on for Shweta and for all the other singers who are spending their life, trying to get some entertainment into yours. It means a lot to all of us.
Absolutely.
Right? All right. So partner, welcome. Then
there was Mere Brother Ki Dulhan.
Again, some big songs, nice songs in that.
Very thankful to Yash Raj Films, because they kind of introduced me. This award that you see, the Mohabbatein award, it's for the 50 weeks celebration, with which Yash Chopra ji gave it to me in my hand.
and says outstanding music sales, 50 lakh albums. Holy shit.
Back then, this was a very big deal.
Yeah, it's still a big deal. Who sells 50 lakh albums nowadays? People just download it from some website from various countries. Nobody buys albums. 50 lakh albums sold is ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
wow,
And of course, I have seen the phase where films used to run 50 weeks.
Yeah.
So today it's
Dilwale
like,
Dulhaniya is
weekend
still
collection
running.
was awesome.
Yeah, I know what you mean. 50 weeks was like,
it was massive.
Back then. And even now, I mean, again, like you said, nowadays, एक week अच्छा चल गया, that is like sorted,
Weekend practice, sir. That's like the biggest thing.
Brilliant. So, and what was the most recent film that you did?
Recently, I did
Ladies vs. Ricky Bell also, right?
Ladies vs. Ricky Bell, of course, Thagle was a massive hit.
Right.
And Mere Brother Ki Dulhan had Madhubala.
Oh,
and,
yeah, of course.
Do Dhari Talwar.
I
really love these songs.
Can I hear a bit of either of them, whichever you want, your choice?
मैं दो धारी तलवार यार, मैं दो धारी तलवार यार, ओ मुंडिया नु ठग ले मुंडिया नु ठग ले मुंडिया नु ठग ले.
Nice. So, okay, you were saying the recent film Satyagraha
has Raghupati Raghav, again Salim Sulaiman's music, and Shraddha sang another song in the film.
Oh, lovely.
Called IOG. Okay. In fact, this happened with Ladies vs. Ricky Bell as well, because I sang Thagle and she sang Jigar Da Tukda.
Nice.
The same film. And it's never happened in this generation, let me say. To put it that way.
Two singers from the same family.
In the same
sisters.
film, singing for different actresses. And the next one was Zanjeer, which had a very nice song called Katalana. I really enjoyed singing that song because it was a very Asha ji kind of a song, because of course it was being remade.
Correct.
And the song was Dil Jalon Ka in the original. So I was trying to do something now, so it was quite interesting to do that.
Okay.
And
can I hear you sing a bit of that?
कातिलाना रात है, रात में कुछ बात है, बहके से जज्बात हैं, कातिलाना दफन दिल में राज है, ख्वाहिशों में नाज है, क्या हंसी हालात हैं, कातिलाना पास आ सीने लगा, खुद को देना सजा.
Lovely. You know what? I just realized one more thing. Obviously, you have your classical influences, but who were your influences growing up and even now from the film space?
When it came to film songs, actually, when a film song was suddenly played to us in the 90s, we wouldn't know what is the knack of singing it, because in a film song the most important thing is where you take the breath.
Correct.
Of course I have been trained that way. Today तो अब सब पंच होता है, अभी बहुत अलग हो गया है. But when I was trained, my first training was sing the whole song in one take. Okay. That was my first
Yeah, nowadays you can sing one line.
Yeah,
take
now
a
you
break,
can sing one
sing
word in
line.
one.
Oh yeah, one word in one line. Yeah.
So that's why you have so many non-singers coming in. I don't want to sound mean, but
no, you're not going to be mean. I'm going to be mean, right? I'm going to tell you that's the difference between somebody who spent years training and perfecting her craft, and then people who decide, oh, I think I look pretty, I think I should make an album right now, and someone's going to make it for me because I look hot and there'll be a video made, I'll make millions of rupees. That's the thing. But this is where I'm talking about. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. People who can sing an entire song in one take, and that doesn't happen anymore. I know what you mean.
I think the most interesting and the most gifted thing about this is when you give it so much time, and then when it happens, then the beauty of it is very different compared to मुझे लगता है मैं ये कर सकती हूँ. Like it's me just suddenly getting up one day and saying, I think I should do this business. I think this is a really good business and gets me very good money. You know what I'm trying to say? If I don't understand that,
correct,
and I don't know the pros and cons, how can I just suddenly start doing something?
No, absolutely.
But the beauty of this craft, and I say this really humbly and really thanking God, is that He's given me birth today. I just feel that it's just for music. I don't feel the need to think about anything else, and that's the beauty.
No, awesome. But my question was, who was an influence? Like, who did you listen to? Who made you feel like...
Coming back to your question, because of that, I started listening to the most difficult singers.
Okay.
Like Mariah Carey, like Celine Dion. Celine Dion, I used to listen for the power in the voice. Mariah Carey, I used to listen for how she controls so many things in a single line.
Okay.
How she controls her voice in the upper notes.
Yeah.
I used to even listen to a lot of ghazals.
Okay.
You know, like Mehdi Hasan Khan Sahab. I used to listen to a lot of classical music like Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab, Amir Khan Sahab.
Yeah.
So that ठहराव भी रहे और ये भी रहे.
Correct.
You know.
Right.
So there has to be so much of balance. But of course my growth has only been these singers.
Right.
I never really at that point of time we didn't listen to Britney Spears and
of course
all of them. But today I'm just saying the difference that we have. Of course, Lata ji, Asha ji, Kishore da, Rafi sahab, this was the most powerful influence.
Correct.
Because इनके गाने गाना सबसे मुश्किल था, because of course they were already singing in a Hindi film song.
Correct.
So Kishore da's songs, the most common thing that you would pick from all these four singers was the emotion.
Yeah.
To only get the emotion, forget everything else.
Yeah.
Just the emotion.
They
is
were
the toughest thing.
Yeah, then they were the masters at that.
They were the
craft,
masters.
without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we go into part 3, where we'll talk about her independent music and a lot more, can I hear you sing one song by any of these people that you mentioned? Any of your legendary heroes, you know, so to say.
So
I'm not even going to give you an option. I mean, I'm not going to say that give me a Kishore Kumar song or a Lata ji song or an Asha ji song. You choose and you tell me, what would you like to sing for me?
I would like to sing Lata ji's song. There's so many songs, it's difficult to pick one, but ना जाओ मेरे हमदम, ना जाओ मेरे हमदम, सुनो वफा की पुकार, छोड़ के मेरा प्यार, ना जाओ मेरे हमदम.
Wow, that was amazing. Absolutely incredible stuff. We've got a lot more coming up in part 3 of the MJ show with Shweta Pandit. Do not go anywhere.